You've just been diagnosed with cancer, and you have a nagging suspicion in the back of your head that your condition should have been diagnosed months, if not years earlier. What do? You want to learn more? Come on in. I'll tell you how. I'm Jerry Oginski, a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law here in the state of New York. Today, I just came back from court, and I'm standing out here at a beautiful park not far from where I live, and I wanted to share a couple of things with you about failure to diagnose cancer cases. Typically, what will happen is that you will make certain complaints and have certain problems that you'll tell the doctor about. And the doctor may not recognize or understand the significance of the complaints that you had. And as a result of that, they will not be performing various tests that will lead them to the opportunity to make that diagnosis earlier rather than later. We all know that with cancer cases, it's a tenet of basic medicine that the sooner you diagnose and treat cancer, the better your chances are for survival. What do I do as an attorney to evaluate whether or not you have a valid basis for a case? We look to see what the time delay was when the doctor should have recognized that the cancer was there or should have taken steps to evaluate your problems that would have led them to the conclusion that you had the cancer sooner rather than later. You probably already know that there's a difference between a fast-growing tumor and a slow-growing tumor. And if you have a fast-growing tumor and the delay is very short, well, even if they had recognized the cancer earlier, in all likelihood the outcome would probably be the same. And the only way to know for sure whether or not the outcome would be the same is we have to ask your treating oncologist or cancer expert that particular question. Even if it's a slow-growing tumor, we have to understand what the time delay was. And critically, we have to evaluate whether earlier diagnosis and treatment would have made a difference in the outcome. Why am I telling you this? Because you may not recognize that just because there's a delay in diagnosis does not automatically mean you have a valid case. We have to determine whether or not that delay made a difference in the outcome of your treatment or your ultimate prognosis. And if it did, you may have a basis for a case. But the only way to know for sure is to pick up the phone and call me. And this is what I do every single day. I answer questions like these every single day about failure to diagnose cases, failure to diagnose cancer cases. So what I encourage you to do is two things. One, I want you to press that button below if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube. Why? So that all of your friends can get the benefit of the same exact information that you just got. Two, I want you to pick up the phone and call me.